I am honored now to invite you into a spirit of contemplation and meditation, some of us would call prayer, as we indulge ourselves in opening words that are a bit longer than usual, and Rita Chamblin will come and share those with us.
In the holy quiet of this hour, we center down. This is sacred time that cannot be taken from us. These few moments of calm in an often hectic week, this island of serenity in an ocean of events, this peaceful interlude in the midst of a warring world. We sit together, a company of believers in life. If we are still, we can hear a great communal breathing, the heaving of 100 chests casting off their burdens, the inhalation by fellow worshipers who seek the inspiration of this time and this place and this people. We sense renewal pulsing through our very being. We sit here to receive the blessings of life, the memories that drift across our minds, the hopes harbored in these few moments, the dreams we dare to conjure in the magic of this time. Our bodies, tense with the work of the world, relax, and we know how much we need this time of quietude. Our minds, burdened with cares and concerns, are cleansed and cleared by what we do in this hour. Our spirits soar with the meaning of this moment above all moments, this time of being when there is nothing we must do. May we take the time here and now to celebrate moments like these. May we savor this intermission from the cares of our lives. May we be renewed for the living of these days and all the days to come. All this we seek in the holy quiet of this hour.
I told Rita that I grew up going to church with someone named Rita Chamblin. That is not this person named Rita Chamblin. And Rita Chamblin is going to come forward now and share. No, they're both coming. Sally Hartman and Rita Chamblin to share a few readings with us. Thank you.
We are blessed from every river. Every river makes us whole with its riches and its beauty. Every river fills our soul. And we are called as keepers of the earth. We are called to speak its sacred worth for our children and our children's children. We are called as keepers of the earth. The highest good is like water. Water gives life to the 10,000 things and does not strive. It flows in places men reject, and so it is like the Tao.
And so I say ours is a story of faith and hope and love. I say it is our need for one another that binds us together, that brings us laughing and limping into relationships and keeps us at it when we otherwise might despair at the fix we're in. I say it is the holy we need, the eternal beyond our comprehension, and one place we can find it is here, working and worshiping together. And I say there is a transcendent value worthy of our loyalty, upon which we may set our hearts, and its divine manifestation is love.
We have been very fortunate this past week, for a portion of this past week, to invite and host folks from the Unitarian Universalist Trauma Response Ministry. Our own Committee on Ministry and I invited them to come, honoring the strain that we are in as a larger community, following and continuing in the pipeline dispute. And there have also been other stressors that some of our youth have been facing in particular. And times of stress are also times of courage. And the team, the ministry team, was honoring both of those in us and in our community as they've been with us this week. They spent some time in some group sessions with us, some one-on-ones, did some work with the youth, and we got to eat chocolate with them, which was a nice surprise. And it mattered, too. It had a whole theological relevance. And today, they will share with us a reflection. And then immediately following the service, they'll offer just a brief teaching on some of the concepts that they were sharing in the group sessions for those who may have missed that opportunity. So we'll just gather right here between the services for that. In particular, people have appreciated learning how sort of the congregational life cycle, having faced critical incident or trauma, or continuing to do so, and what that looks like, and where we are, and how we're actually really human. And then, if there are those who are interested, they'd be happy to do one-on-ones, starting at just immediately following the second service, so about 1:45. So please just let me know or one of them know, and we'll get those set up as well. So we have with us people you've already met, Sally Hartman, storyteller, and team lead for the UU Trauma Response Ministry, coming to us this week. Sally is from Iowa, and I first met Sally, and so did Janice Cheney, at Midwest Leadership School 1,000 or 2,000 years ago. It was before I went to seminary, so it was another life. And good to see Sally again. And also I got to meet Rita before, too. Rita is part of the team. She's from Bemidji, and more distant from that, from Texas. I think we have some Texas connections and some Minnesota connections that people have enjoyed sharing with Rita. And Rita and I met when I had the honor of being the keynote for a Minnesota UU Social Justice Alliance conference. And it's good to see both of you again. And Reverend Elizabeth Stevens was also here with us. The Reverend part at the beginning of her name signals you why she's not here with us today. She's doing something like what I'm doing here, but she's doing that in Idaho. It's been a real blessing to spend part of the week with all of you, and I believe Rita will be coming forward. So please give Rita and Sally a warm welcome.
So it's fitting today to remember that Unitarian Julia Ward Howe wrote the Mother's Day Proclamation. She called for women of all countries to meet and acknowledge the carnage of wars which had just been fought, including the Civil War. The proclamation was an appeal to women to come together to make peace possible. And so we recognize a Mother's Day for Peace as an aspiration to end wars, as an assertion that we can come together for good, as well as the recognition of the ongoing work needed to heal the resulting trauma. That concern for healing trauma is why your minister, Reverend Karen Van Fossen, and your Committee on Ministry invited us to spend time with you these last few days. We are honored to have met with you individually and in groups, and Karen mentioned those. Sally Hartman, Reverend Elizabeth Stevens, and myself have been humbled by your openness and trust. We are grateful for this congregation and its leaders. We are grateful for each of you and your mission in this region and the wider community. Thank you for your welcome into this congregational life. As we sang the gathering song today, did you notice that we explicitly invited everyone into this space? Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come. We invited everyone to come as they are. We welcomed everyone into this space without hesitation or reservation. The welcome was not conditioned on perfection or on happiness, whether you've got life by the tail or are struggling, or feel that both are in your lived experience. We welcomed everyone. As you are, your whole self. We invited you to bring your big bag of worries with you, didn't we? With all the doubts and pain that might be a part of you in the moment. Come, yet again, come. The song is based on a poem by Rumi, which has a few differences from the song. So the poem goes like this: Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, it doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. Come, come again, come. I'm drawn to that line. Even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. That's strong. I think of that line when I review the covenant of a couple of small groups that I lead. Our covenant, what we promise to ourselves, includes the promise that we'll do all of the reading, reflecting, journaling, and spiritual practice for that month, and show up even when that doesn't happen. I love that we promise to show up even when we haven't done the work for the month, even when we're not perfect, even when we're carrying pain inside of us. We promise to show up. Come, yet again, come. And I think that when we recognize that we're all imperfect in some way, we can bring everything into this community without glossing over our pain or imperfections, knowing that we join with others who are as human and holy as we are. And so as we bring all of ourselves into the space, we stand in the holiness of the gathering, our gathering together. Come, yet again, come. As we learned from our story for all ages today, we sometimes need the company of others to sort out some of the worries, feelings, life experiences that we carry around with us. As Jenny in the story transformed through her conversations with her great Aunt Rose, our time with you as a UU trauma response team has been a holy time. What you shared with us and what is in this room today is holy. The feelings of guilt, anger, disappointment, heartbreak, shame, hopelessness, being overwhelmed are holy. They are also understandable in the context of this congregation's life in the wider community. Your experiences have been tough, have broken open your hearts many times. And it's important that we name these feelings and know them to be holy. They are part of what we bring here when we bring our whole selves. We hold these feelings in this space, and we hold them alongside the love, caring, generosity, and determination, which are also in the room. Come, yet again, come. This visit with us has afforded an opportunity to stop and reflect. And it is right to do that in the context of religious community. Because for us to discern the meaning of our living, We need the supportive presence of others with whom we can share some level of trust. We also need the company of an enduring religious tradition, one that prizes understanding and compassion. We have a human need to believe and know that there are hands and hearts that would join with our hands and hearts in acknowledging our loves and fears, our griefs, pains, and joys. Come, yet again, come. We arrived here as unique individuals from many places, and by inviting each other in and gathering together, we've become a part of one another's experience of life. We're connected. These connections and the time we spend together may lead us to see the narrative of our lives with greater clarity. And there's no better group of people with whom to travel hard paths than the people of this congregation, people who have invited each other in, who have invited and been invited, who have welcomed and been welcomed. Come, yet again, come. Amen. Blessed be. May it be so. Now, this next invitation we make is going to be for a healing meditation. The blue cloth represents water. And the water represented by this cloth is medicine for our souls. So we ask that you let this cloth evoke a river of water for you. And I'm going to lead you in a guided meditation, and you may choose to close your eyes or not, as the Spirit moves you. First, feel the earth beneath your feet as it supports you. Feel that earth beneath your feet. And feel the love of this community as it surrounds and enfolds you. Feel that love. And you've been breathing, but now I'm going to ask you to feel your breath as it flows in and out of your body. Inhaling and exhaling. Can you hear your heartbeat? Listen for your heartbeat. Listen to your heart. How is it with your heart? What is your heart telling you? What is it telling you of your pain? What need is it telling you that you might have for healing today? And now, evoking the image of the water, knowing that water is medicine, let's draw from the water what we need to heal. Let's draw that water to us, that medicine. Let's know the strength of the medicine of the water. Let us know that in this room there is strength. And so we know of the strength of the people with whom we are healing. and so we share the healing of the water together. Amen and blessed be.
And in closing, we say, with faith to face our challenges, with love that casts out fear, with hope to trust tomorrow, we accept this day as the gift it is, a reason for rejoicing. May we rejoice that we are together along this life's path. Blessed be, amen, namaste. And all sacred words may they follow you.